Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, let's analyze Palantir stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the price changes of a stock 1 month later. This channel only makes short-term price predictions for stocks, usually 1 to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. Palantir stock has been rising for many consecutive days. The stock opened sharply lower on Wednesday, and then the stock price continued to rise, with almost no resistance during the session. This shows that the bullish capital that drove the stock price up has not yet withdrawn from the market on a large scale, and the bullish sentiment in the market has not declined significantly. The current upward trend of the stock has not been broken, and the current price of the stock is not much higher than the 5-day moving average. This shows that there is still a lot of bullish funds flowing into the stock recently and maintaining the upward trend of the stock price. We can see this process more clearly through the stock's hourly chart. We can see that the stock price rose in a volatile period from April 4th to April 22nd, and a large number of transactions were generated during this period. This shows that the bulls continue to absorb the chips sold on the market and maintain the upward trend of the stock price. But the question is whether capital has exited the market when the stock price was high this week. We can see that April 23rd is a new stage for the stock. There has been some selling in the market in the last 3 trading days, but the trading volume has not increased significantly. This shows that the bullish capital that has driven the stock price up has not yet exited the market on a large scale, and the chips sold in the market have been eaten up by the bulls again. Let's take a look at the position distribution data of the stock. Most of the current positions of the stock are concentrated in the $73.90 to $118.40 area. $98 is the watershed, and there are a large number of positions distributed in both the upper and lower areas of this price. This means that as the stock price continues to rise, funds are also accelerating out of the market, but this has not caused a significant drop in the stock price, indicating that the bulls of the stock are still in control. In addition, as the stock price continues to rise, the position volume of the stock in the area below $98 has not decreased significantly, indicating that the bullish capital that entered the market at a low level has not yet withdrawn from the market on a large scale. But investors of the stock also need to note that the current position profit rate of the stock is as high as 99%. This means that the stock is also facing the pressure of a correction. The company will release its first quarter 2025 earnings report after the market closes on May 5th. Analysts expect earnings per share of $0.067, up 66.8% year-over-year, while revenue is expected to reach approximately $862 million, up 35.9% year-over-year. So far this year, the stock has achieved an astonishing growth of approximately 57%. Amid global geopolitical changes, Palantir's role as a key technology infrastructure for the government has become increasingly valuable. In addition, investor concerns about the impact of tariffs on the economy and concerns that government efficiency department spending cuts may affect the company's revenue have led some investors to worry that the company's stock will fall sharply. However, the stock price performance in April seems to have broken investors' doubts. The stock did not fall sharply in April like other technology companies' stocks, but rose strongly after a limited decline, and performed better than the broader market overall. Of course, capital also plays an important role here. Although the stock has outperformed other large technology stocks in April, if the market reverses, the stock will also face greater selling pressure and may cause a sharp drop in the stock price. So investors in the stock should be more cautious at this time, and market uncertainty still exists. So where is the risk of the stock falling now? As of April 29th, 26.67% of analysts rated the stock as buy, 53.33% of analysts rated it as neutral, and the remaining 20% of analysts recommended selling, with target prices ranging from a high of $125 to a low of $40. This shows that some analysts believe that the stock is overvalued. The main concern is that the stock's valuation multiple is too high, especially considering that the company's historical price-to-earnings ratio is 610, and it needs to continue to provide impressive growth data every quarter to justify such a premium. Let's go back to the daily chart of the stock. After the close of Wednesday, the stock did not show any signs of a price reversal. This means that the stock will rise further. But since we are in the earnings season, the performance of some companies will have a certain impact on the market volatility, and the stock will also be affected, especially the quarterly earnings of large technology companies. Before the company's earnings report last quarter, the market expected a volatility of plus or minus 14.2% last quarter, but the actual volatility of the stock price was plus or minus 18.2%. This time, the volatility set by the options market is plus or minus 15.36%. Does the stock still have 15% room to rise? I think it is possible. I set the target price for the stock at around $138, which is also my target price after May 5th. If the stock price rises to this position, then the stock will face severe selling pressure. Regardless of its quarterly performance or market conditions, the accumulated profit-taking of the stock is likely to sell off the chips crazily, which may cause a sharp correction in the stock price. Okay, guys, this is my price forecast for Palantir stock. Thank you for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.